It's time to move all the way down from our global header down to our global footer. And we're creating this one in the Divi theme builder as well. And as you can see, we have our site logo up here linked to our homepage. We have a boilerplate, a short description of the company here. We have our social media links. We have shortcuts with the most important links on our website. We have the contact information. And down here we have copyright information, and we're going to do a little tweak. So this year will be injected dynamically via the Divi dynamic content feature. So it will be updated automatically each year. And last but not least, we link to our privacy policy. So we head back to our development website and go to our WordPress dashboard. And we head down to Divi and Divi Theme Builder. And before we create our global footer, I will head into our global header, because we will recycle the social media icons that we use in the header. And now it's hidden behind this little tab. So I'll go to the wireframe mode, and here we have the social media follow module. And I will save this one to the Divi library by clicking the save icon, the arrow that points down. And I will name it social media. And I will save it to the library. And we can exit. And if I go to the Divi library, we can see that we now have something here. We have a layout module called social media. And this means that we can use this one throughout our website and just easily import it into any page or content. Well, since the icons are actually white, you can't see it here in the white background, but in a minute you'll see how it looks like in the footer. So let's head back to Divi and the Divi theme builder. And using the Divi library is a major time saver. So I click Add Global Footer and Build Global Footer. And we are building this one from scratch. Okay, so let's have a look at the design. We have one column here, and we have two smaller columns here. So this is the row structure we are looking for. And the first thing we have to the left is an image. So I'll insert an image module. And we click the image, and we will end up in our media library, where we can find our logo. And there it is. So I will upload that image or insert it. And before we exit this one, I will click the link tab. And I will simply enter a slash, a shift 7. And this will be a link to our homepage. Okay, so let's add our background color so the logo will be visible. So I click the cogwheel in the section settings, and I click background, and I choose the dark gray 1C, 1C, 1C. And now it looks a little bit better already. So we head back, and here we have our boilerplate. So I'll copy that text. And let's insert a text module below this image module. And I search for text and click the text module. And in here I will paste the text. But one tip here is that you can click this icon, it's a T, before you paste text, because now you will paste the text in plain text mode. So you will not get any formats if you paste text from Word or an email or a PDF. So now it's safe to paste the text content without any unwanted code or formats getting in the way. Good. I think this text is a little bit dark and hard to read, and it's also a little bit small. So we head into the design tab of the text module and hit the text tab. And let's start with the font first. I want to use Carla as we did before. And I would also like this one to be white. And I would like it to be 18 pixels. So now it's a bit more easy to read. Good, and then we have the social media icons. So we'll click the plus sign. There we have it. And instead of recreating the social media icons as we did in the header, I will click Add from Library. And there we have our social media layout from the Divi library. So I'll click it and it's inserted. So this is an awesome time saver. I really recommend you to save things in the Divi library to recycle them. Okay, so we're finished with the left or the first column. So let's go to column number 2. And here we have the shortcuts and the contact us columns. So I'll insert another text module. And we add the title shortcuts. And I want it to be a heading 3. And let's go to the design tab to style the heading. So I click the heading tab and I choose the heading 3. So we're going to introduce a new font and it's called Cormorant Garamond. I wish I choose a font that I could pronounce, but I guess it's too late now. So this is a nice serif font and I will make it white and probably a bit bigger. Maybe not that big. Yeah, something like that. Perfect. We close that one and I could actually copy this one by hovering it and press Command C on Mac or Control C on PC. And I can hover this column and press Command V on Mac or Control V at PC to paste it. So this is also a really quick way to recycle content. And now I just changed the text to contact us and we have our 2 headings. Okay, so the next step is to create this divider line, the golden one. So I'll insert a new module below the text module and I search for divider. And there we have it. And this is really nice and simple module. It's just a line like this, but you can style it pretty much however you want to have it. So I go to the design tab and the line settings. And the line color should be gold. And it should be solid. I can use like dashed or dotted and do lots of nice design settings here. But I go for a solid line. And the line position should be centered. And the sizing, I will add a little bit of weight. So I think 2 pixels could be nice. Good. And I will move it in a jiffy. I will just add the links below first. So we'll add these shortcuts, home, about us, news, and contact us. I could actually copy this text to save some time. And I'll insert a text module. I will click the paste as text icon and let's paste it. There we go. And I'll make sure that we have real spaces because we are going to do a bullet list. So I will mark these lines and I will click the unnumbered bullet list icon. And there we have a bullet list. Okay, so I will start by creating the links. So we are linking to the home page. So / just a shift 7 there. And about us page. Click the link icon and we type about us. So I don't need to type the whole domain URL before. This is like local links, so it works fine just like that. We have the news page, just /news. Oops. Could also choose to open in a new window here, but I want to have it in the same tab or same window. And we have the contact us page. So the URL is contact-us. Good, so let's change the colors. We want the bullets to be golden and the links to be white, and when we hover, we want the golden hover effect. So I can actually take a shortcut here by hovering and clicking the icon here, and I will jump directly to the styling settings for that element. So here I can style the links. So I want the link text color to be white, and I want them to be golden when I hover. So let's activate the hover settings, activate hover mode, and click the gold color. There we go. So here we have the idle mode, and here we have the hover mode. Okay, so let's style the bullet list. That's this icon here. And I want to use the font Carla, of course. And I would like to have square bullets. So here we have discs as default. I could add circles, but I want to use the square ones. And I want them to be in gold. So there we go. And close this one. So now we have our white links with our golden bullets. And I will also change the text size here to 16. There we go. Okay, so now I can also style this spacing here, which is a little bit too big. So I will just grab it here and drag. And I will do the same on the bottom. So I think that looks pretty nice. So now I can just copy this divider with the Command C, and I will paste it below. Okay, yeah, so I changed the spacing in regards to the text module. So then I can right click this one, and I can choose copy module styles. And I can right click this one and choose paste module styles. So now I have recycled the styling settings from this module to this one. So that's also a great time saver. And now I can copy this one. I can also right click here and choose copy module. And I can go here and I can right click and choose paste module. There we go. So now we are creating these contact informations. So I will copy that text. We'll go back and I will paste it. So let's delete this, activate paste as text mode, and paste it. And I will click enter in here just to make sure that we have real paragraphs. Otherwise the bullet list will not work. So there we have a new bullet list. And as you can see, we have the correct formats with the square bullets, etc., since we just copied this one. So the design settings applies. So the email address gets linked automatically. We can see that it's mail to : and then the email address. So that's nice. Then we have a phone number, and I'm going to show you how to make a click to call link. This is especially nice for people using smartphones, so they can just click the phone number and then they will call you. So we mark this one and click the link icon, and the URL, instead of mail to, I will type tell and : and then I will paste the phone number. I will remove the plus and I will remove the spaces just to make sure that it will work in all mobile OSs. And this is how you make a click to call link. Really simple. There we go. And we also have a address. So we could link to maybe Google Maps or something there. So I will just enter bracket in there, just like a temporary link. And you could also link to Zoom or WhatsApp or your Facebook or whatever you use. So let's just add a bracket there as well. Nice. So there we have our the first part of our footer. We should also add this little line here, this divider between the footer and the bottom bar. So let's go back and I will mark, let's see there. Okay, yeah, it's not full width. So let's mark this section and we go to the design tab and we click border. And we're going to add a bottom border to this section. to this row. So we click this one, marking the bottom border, and we'll make it 1 pixel, or 2 pixels looks good. And choose the 666. No, that's too light. I'll go for the 333 color. So that looks really nice. Okay, so mobile optimizing, of course. So we could click the different devices here to style it, but I could also click Command plus to go to the right. So there we go to the tablet and then to the mobile. And if I choose Command minus or Control minus on PC, I will go to the left. So we go to the tablet or to the desktop or the zoomed out mode. So that's shortcuts for the keyboard to switch which device you preview in. So I click Command plus and we are in the tablet view. And I think this looks pretty good in tablet, but I will increase the spacing between the social media icons and this part. So I will go to the social media icon module, the design tab, and spacing. And I will add some margin in the bottom. But first I will click the device for the responsive editing and make sure that tablet is marked. And then in bottom I will add maybe 50 pixels, a little bit too much, 40. Yeah, I think that looks pretty neat. So I'm happy with that. So let's go to the smartphone view. And that looks pretty good too. I think I would like to actually center align a little bit of this content. Maybe even do that for the tablet view. So let's go back there. Okay, I want to center align this image and this text and this social media icons, but only on tablet and mobile. So I'll go to the image module first and click the cogwheel. I go to design, alignment, and then I choose to center align the image in tablet. There we go. And this value will be inherited to the smartphone, as you can see. And I go back to the tablet mode and I will center align this text module in the same way. I go to the design tab, text, and let's scroll down and choose text alignment. And first of all, I have to make sure that tablet is marked, is active. There we go. And then I will do the same for the social media icons. Design, alignment, responsive mode, tablet, and center line. Yeah, this is a fine footer. So let's save it. So now we are going to add a bottom bar with copyright information and displaying the current year dynamically using the Divi Builder's dynamic content feature. So you don't have to sit up and wait at New Year's Eve every time and just open your laptop and go in and update your website. I think it looks a bit crappy on sites where it says like copyright 2018. Then the website doesn't feel really updated. So let's go back to the theme builder. And I will add another row by clicking the green plus sign. And this time we want to have 2 columns. And to the left, we are adding a text module. So this is the text that I want to use. Copyright and the copyright sign 2021 and the company name. So sometimes it's a bit hard to find this copyright symbol. Sometimes I Google for it and copy and paste it because I never learned the short command for doing it. But I found actually a better way in Divi. So I can mark this text and just delete it. And there's a little icon here for special characters. So if I click that one, you can see a list of special characters, and there we have the copyright sign. So I take this one and I can just take Command C or Command X to cut it out. So now I can paste it later. So I will begin by clicking this icon which is use dynamic content. So this is perfect for adding, for example, dynamic dates or the current year. And I want to choose current date. So let's click that one. So before the current date, I want the text to be copyright. And then I want to have the copyright character. So I just press Command V to paste it. There we have it. And then I have a space again. The date format, now it's June 14, 2021, which happens to be the current date, but I just want to display the current year. So let's click this one, and you have a few different date formats to choose from, but nothing to choose the current year, which I think is a little bit strange. Elegant Themes, you should have included that, but luckily there is a solution. So I will click Custom. And the code for current year is a big Y. So now we can see that it's copyright sign 2021. And we can say Divi Crib Inc., for example, after. So there we go, our dynamic text. And of course, we want it to look a little bit better. Better readability. So I go to the design tab and text, and I choose white. I choose my font, which is Carla, and I choose the font size 16. Actually, I can see that there's a space missing there. So we go back to the content tab, to the text, and then we can edit this dynamic content by clicking the cogwheel. And so here, before the last text, which is this one, I'll add just a space. So I hit the space button, and now it looks better. Perfect. So the last part in our bottom bar is to add a link to the privacy policy to the right. I will actually copy this text module, and I will drag it and paste it there. So I have the right font. I will open it. Now we can delete the dynamic content, and I can just type privacy policy, and let's link it. So I click the link icon, and the URL is privacy-policy, and I want it to open in a new tab. So I'll click this one that says new window. Okay, we can see that the link is blue. I want to change that, so I just click the pencil to go directly to the design settings for links. And let's make it white. And when you hover it, I want it to be golden. So I click the hover icon and enter the hover mode and click the gold color. There we go, idle and hover. Okay, I want it to be right aligned. So let's go to the text settings. And in the text tab, I can choose right aligned. And now we have it in the right place. So let's make a final look in the tablet mode. And here we can see that it's breaking down to 2 columns placed on top of each other in a responsive mode. And then it doesn't look too good when this one is right aligned and this one is left aligned. And I think it's the same for the smartphone view. Yeah, it is. So let's fix that. I go to the tablet mode again. There we go. And I edit the first text module by clicking the cogwheel. I go to the design tab, text, and let's centerline this one in mobile. So I click the responsive design icon, make sure the tablet is selected, and then I centerline it. And this will be inherited to the smartphone as well. And let's do the same thing for the last one. We go to the cogwheel, design, text, and the alignment, which is right aligned. And we go to the responsive editing for the tablet mode, and I click center align. And I click save. So that's how we create a global footer that will be applied everywhere. I guess I should actually reduce some of the spacing here. So I will do it like that, just to have it a little bit tighter in the bottom. Okay, so we save and we exit. We click Save Changes, since this was the first time we did edit the global footer. And we can actually preview it live on our website. So we have our global header, and we scroll down, and there we have our global footer. And we have the copyright 2021 with the dynamic current year.